As a friend of human rights, I can assure you that at least as far as some of us are concerned, it is never enough. The strides that we have made are not enough, and I think we must carry on knocking on the door. So the advice I would give is that, first of all, I think NGOs like Swaram and Hakam and Bar Council, which is not really an NGO, all of you must engage with the stakeholders in a far greater manner. I think all of you have become complacent. Everybody has become complacent after May 10th, and expecting just the government, or often expecting just me. Everybody turns to me and says, expect me to perform miracles. One can't do it oneself. So my call is for all of you to carry on the struggle and say, look, the journey has started, but there are a lot of battles to be overcome. And of course, the great difference you will meet today compared to yesterday is that you will have a ready audience. You don't have to have any fear. There is no climate of fear. Surely you will notice in the last 12 months, that Malaysia is a much freer country. There is so much more space. You must at least acknowledge that. And we are probably one of the freest countries in Asia, if not in the world. And I tell people that you are as free as you are in London or Stockholm or wherever. Make use of it. So please go and engage with them. Go there and park yourself and educate them. Because if you educate them, and again, nothing is going to happen to you. So basically, there's a lot of hard work by all of you. All of you have to be involved in the struggle to enhance civil liberties. Insofar as the government is concerned, I think what you should do is the lack of political will. So let's take the Rome Statute and ISIT that Dr. Kwa mentioned. There are no legal impediments to either of them. And I just speak as a lawyer. My job is to advise the government on legal matters. So as far as I'm concerned, there are no legal impediments to Malaysia joining any of these organizations or ratifying any of these conventions. But it's a political decision. And it's a decision to be made by the cabinet. So what should you do? You should just go and nag them. Catch them wherever they are and say, why are you not implementing your manifesto? And of course, I know there's 4 more years, so one doesn't have to give up hope. There's 4 more years. Please catch our politicians. And after all, they were all in opposition just 13 months ago. I don't want to name names, but there are lawyers, there are Gobind Singh, Kula, they are lawyers. Now they are in government. Catch them and say, look, why are you not heading reform? Because all reform comes out of the cabinet. We're talking about the bills. A lot of the bills, we are just given instructions. So for example, on the death penalty, there have been already 2 versions of the death penalty, and that's because the cabinet decided as the political masters how to go forward. So we are waiting for the new direction. So you will have to, the civil society will have to engage with the ministers and say, look, what is your position? And I think don't focus on the constitutional amendments, because after the MA 63 episode, there's not going to be any constitutional amendment exercise because they don't have a 2/3 vote, but they have a comfortable parliamentary majority. So please focus on the acts of parliament. There are any number of acts of parliament, any number of bills that can be done. Please go and see the ministers and the members of parliament and nag them, disturb them, trouble them. What I can assure you is that once they decide and they ask us to draft, my chambers will draft it very, very quickly, and we will produce. But at the end of the day, I'm a lawyer. I have to rely on my client. I'm no different from the members of the bar who are in the private sector. Lawyers advise. Lawyers do not decide. But I'm happy. You know the kind of advice I'll be giving. I'm happy to advise on civil liberties reform, but I need the stakeholders to be on the same page. So I would end by saying we must always be optimistic. The glass is half full. Don't look at it as being half empty. We've made strides, but absolutely not enough. And there's a lot of things to be done in the next 4 years, so that when the history is written of the Pakatan Harapan government in 4 years, whatever failures they may have, at least you will say they had a good human rights track record.